We're taking a look at a simple strategy in NinjaTrader called the MACD. It's the Moving Average Convergence Divergence. It's a fancy way of talking about how the moving averages either converge, become closer together, or they get further apart by diverging. And you see the strategy here on the left, and you see the equity curves at the bottom, open equity, closed equity, market position. We're applying the money management algorithm to this strategy on the right. So this strategy over here on the right is looking over here at the strategy on the left, the MACD, and making decisions on when to trade. We're applying the money management Martingale strategy where you double down after each loser. We wait for 5 losers, and then we double down after each loser, and then wait for a winner, and then when it has a winner, it stops. It also uses the pinpoint entry, so it not only waits for that loser to start, 5 losers to start, but when it gets in, it has to get in at a price a little bit better than the original entry price here on the left. And it gets this information by looking at the open equity, the closed equity, and the market position. And from those, it can gather what it needs to do. So taking a look at the performance summary on the left, it's not a great strategy by itself. When you apply it, it actually loses money when you have this running without the algorithm. And then on the right, you can see how we turn this into a profitable strategy by applying it to the money management algorithms. And so most of the times we're not going to try to take a losing strategy and turn it into a winning strategy. We try to improve our basic strategy with the algorithms to get even better results. And this is with a Martingale approach, and so it's very aggressive. You doubling down after each loser can, I think a lot of contracts can come into play here. You see 16 contracts, 32 contracts there. And so let's take a look at the graph. There it is on a currency basis. Here it is on a percent basis. This is without slippage and commission. But that's one way to apply the algorithm. We're going to take a look at the inputs now on the right. And you can see this is the money management algorithm, version 5.0. I'm going to increase the input so you can see all the inputs that we're using on this and explain that how. We're looking at the master system. The first drop down is to look at the master strategy. And I'm going to turn this off so we can darken these up a little bit. Set that to false and then apply it. And then we can see you have a drop down menu. You can there'll be a list of strategies that you have active in your chart, and they can run in sim mode. Well, you can run this one, you can automate this one live. Number of contracts is 1. We turn on the pinpoint entry, which means we get in at a price 2 ticks better than the original strategy. We have this second input. This is just a 0 or 1 input to turn it on, 0 off, 1 on, and then 2 points will get you in is the actual parameter to be used. And the same with rules. You see rule 1 through 13. These are either zeros or ones. And then once those are on, the parameters for those are rules 28 all the way down to 54. And so, for example, we turn on consecutive losers. We also tell it we want to use a Martingale approach to double down. And then we stop after 1 winner. And these are all zeros or ones. These are the rules that we turn on, and then we define these rules down here. So consecutive losers to start, that rule is on. We wait for 5 consecutive losers, and then the consecutive winners to stop is on, and so we tell it how many consecutive winners to stop. So we stop after 1 since we're using the Martingale approach. The Martingale approach doesn't have a parameter to set; it's just off or on. And then if you turned on the equity run-up stop, that would wait for a certain amount of equity to turn on to run up before it stops instead of number of consecutive losers. So you'd use, instead of winners to stop, maybe an equity run-up amount to stop. And so in this case, it's $3,000. And so then you go down here, you say the other inputs, max daily entries. These are kind of from the master strategy. Or you can limit that on the money management algorithm. And then the range for trading each day, when to exit, the stop loss is usually a $300 stop loss per contract, and then everything else is pretty basic, and then you can turn that on. So Martingale really improves this strategy. What if we turn Martingale off and we just wait for consecutive losers and the winner's a stop, so we're waiting for 5 consecutive losers, and then we stop after 1 winner. Let's see what that does on its own without doubling down after each trade, just trading 1 contract. And I'm going to pause the video for this to update. Okay, so we've turned this back on. Let's take a look at the results. And so it's still profitable, a little bit profitable. Again, we're working with a strategy that has a straight down equity curve. So you can see how you can improve that by waiting for a certain number of consecutive losers. There's the equity curve. This is going back to 2010. And so that's one basic approach to use the money management algorithms. And this example is in NinjaTrader. And one additional note that we have is we can see the plot at the bottom for the number of consecutive losers. You can turn on those rules arrays and the inputs as well. Turn those off or on, and the actual setting that to true, and it'll turn on which rules you're using, or the master arrays like the market position, open equity, closed equity can plot that as well. And you can, it has a debug on there as well for advanced programmers. But that's the setup for that. This is in NinjaTrader, and taking a look, we normally show this. We've shown a lot of examples in TradeStation, and we're going to show some in NinjaTrader now. Now that we have this set up, so you can get the NinjaTrader money management algorithms. This includes the Cobra CTs through March 31st, and so the regular price on this, we've dropped the algorithms to $29.97, and that will continue to be the actual price, but through March 31st you get the Cobra CTs, and we'll have more on that. We've updated those in NinjaTrader, and you basically get the open code for all the Cobra CTs, and including Cobra CT 5B and some really good DAX strategies. So that alone is a really good value. But we make those available because they have good examples, and we'll have more details on that on our website. I haven't had a chance to update all the videos that I want to, and you'll have more information on that. So that's the money management algorithms update and how it works for NinjaTrader.